Well, I'm here with the one and only Kelvin Gastelum, the Ultimate Fighter 17 winner. He
Hey,
takes on Joe Pyfer this Saturday in Mexico City. Kelvin, thank you so much for taking the time doing this interview. Appreciate it a lot. And yeah, the most common question: how are you doing?
good, my man. Thank you for the time, Marcel. Good to meet you face to face here over the phone. And I'm doing good, man. Today is weight cutting day, so I'm just conserving energy and getting ready for a big, tough day.
For sure, man. We'll try not to annoy you too much with annoying questions during weight cut day.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah. Let's start. I mean, back in Mexico, it's I think your fourth time you're fighting for the UFC in Mexico, right? You fought twice in Mexico City, one time in Monterrey, I think.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah, exactly.
yeah. How's it back to be in Mexico, man?
I love it. I love coming out here. I've been coming out here since, we started doing the first event out here. So I love coming out here. Been coming out here for many, many years. And the crowd is amazing. The crowds are amazing. They love Kelvin Gastelum out here. So I love fighting out here. It's been quite a few years, so I owe them a good fight out here. So it'll happen this Saturday.
Awesome, man. Yeah, I mean, you were there at the very first event at UFC 180. 180, I think, was in 2015.
Yep.
It's been some time, man. I mean, did a lot change when you first got into Mexico for a first event
Oh
and
my
now
God,
compared to,
so
yeah.
much,
Can you explain a
so
little
much
bit?
has changed. I mean, now they have the Performance Institute there, and it made a world of a difference in the preparation, my man. I remember back in the day, we were lifting rocks and throwing watermelons for exercises, and now we have a world class facility to train in. So it made the experience a little bit better.
Awesome, awesome. And yeah, I mean, like you said, the Mexican fans are always really enthusiastic and are very pumped to see their heroes fight. You're one of their heroes for fighting Joe Pyfer. Um, yeah, what are your thoughts about the fight, man? I mean, Joe Pyfer, he's been like a lot of the news with good fights. You know, he's like an upcoming prospect. I can say he's still pretty young.
Right.
You're the established name. What do you think about this fight, man? I think personally this is a great fight. What do you think?
Yes, and it's gonna be a fun fight for the fans for sure. When they offered me the fight, I wasn't too thrilled about it at first, just because Joe Pyfer is not ranked. He's not really well known, but although he is an up and coming prospect, he was not on my radar. But I feel this is a fresh start in my career, a fresh start at middleweight, and I got to start from the bottom. So I got to fight these young, hungry killers.
Yeah, it might be just under top 15, I think. I mean, if you win this one, you
Mm-hmm.
definitely get somebody in the rankings. I wanted to ask you, I'm not talking too much about it because I don't want to annoy you, but you're now back at middleweight. You thought your last fight was also at middleweight, but there was actually first booked at welterweight, I think. Are you
Mm-hmm.
now staying at middleweight? Is this like a thing like
This
where
is my home for sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is my home. I feel good and I feel happy.
awesome. Yeah, good to know, man. I mean, yeah, you've been like for how long you're now in the UFC? I think almost 10 years, right? It's been such a long time, man, for since you've been
A
fighting.
little over 12 years.
12 years actually already. Yeah, it's you've been like a mainstay for so long, man. And yeah, still on a mission for gold, like you have hashtag.
Still,
Yeah,
still, brother, still, that's the only reason why we're here.
for sure. What do you think about the current state of the middleweight division? I think there's a lot of good matchups in there, a lot of fun matchups. What do you think yourself about it?
Yeah, man, it's probably one of the toughest divisions at the moment in the higher weight classes. It's pretty deep at the moment.
Yeah,
It's very exciting. A lot of moving pieces in that division. You had Dreykus, you had Israel, and then you had Alex Pereira. It keeps changing, but it's all killers.
for sure. Plus, I wanted to ask you, the end of June, you have something fun coming up, I think, because the fight between you and Izzy got added to the UFC Hall of Fame, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, your thoughts when you heard it, and yeah, will you attend the ceremony?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the ceremony. I didn't even know about it until someone texted me. My coach texted me. I was on TV. I was going to bed, and I was already in bed, going to sleep. And then I get a text, told me turn the TV on. I run and turn it on, and then it's happening. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And so I was pretty surprised.
Yeah, what do you remember about the fight? I think it was one of the. It's yeah, obviously it's been in the Hall of Fame now because it's one of the greatest fights of all time, in my opinion. It was such a high-paced, energy, fun fight to watch, very close as well. What can you remember of the night of the fight?
I remember that's the most damage I've ever taken in my life.
So not very happy memories, to be really honest. But looking back at it, proud to be in the Hall of Fame, I guess.
For sure. No, that's a fight that I'm proud of for sure. But I mean, I lost it. So
Yeah,
how proud can you be?
true, true. I understand what you mean. I understand. Um, I wanted to ask you about. We kind of talked about it already, but the growth of Mexican MMA. I mean, it's been like crazy big. You know, you got the Nacho UFC now yearly. The UFC puts on. I still think for the Nacho UFC they have to go to Mexico itself. Still, you know, I would be covering
Right?
that thing. Yeah. What do you think about the growth of Mexican MMA, and do you see how you also put in the growth of Mexican MMA? Because you were one of the guys who came up like when it wasn't like this big yet in Mexico. You were also there, you know. What do you think?
Yeah, yeah, no, I've been promoting the sport out here in Mexico before it is what it is now, and now there's been now there's been multiple Mexican champions and contenders and stars that we've seen come out of Mexico, and I've seen it. I've seen the evolution ever since the UFC 180. You know, it's such a big difference now, and it's been pretty cool to witness.
Yeah, for sure. I love it. Final question, Kelvin. If you can give me your top four Mount Rushmore Mexican MMA fighters of all time, and you can put in whoever you want, give me four.
Sheesh, man, Mexican MMA fighters.
Yeah, or with Mexican heritage, you know,
Sure,
whatever.
sure. No, maybe you'd have to put Cain Velasquez on there, his first Mexican American heavyweight champion.
Hmm.
Brandon Moreno, Alexa Grasso, and that's it for now.
That's it for now. Those are three, and maybe in the next couple of years we can put on a fourth.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Maybe I'm talking to him.
Absolutely. Who knows? Maybe.
Who knows? Calvin, I think this is a great way to end the interview. Thank you so much for taking the time. Always appreciate it, and wish you best of luck on Saturday. And yeah, I hope you can get what you're searching for, and much further as well in your career, man.
Appreciate it, Marcel. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.